Well, everyone, how are you all? This is the first video of the channel, and our name is App Live Brothers. In this video, we will attempt to beat Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke. The Professor introduces us to the world of Pokemon. I then name myself App Live, and our rival name is Gary Oak. Professor Oak calls us so that we can receive our first Pokemon, but he was not in the lab, so I had to find him. Then Gary in the lab was also waiting for me. I decided that I will take Squirtle as my starter since I love water Pokemon than fire types. After a lot of thinking, I decided that I will nickname the Squirtle as subscribe. So remember to subscribe the channel, like the video and share it with your Pokemon fans, friends, whichever you want. I love Squirtle since it's evolved to my favorite starter Pokemon, Blastoise, which is very bulky. My rival chooses Bulbasaur, which can be a bit threat to us in this challenge. Here comes the first rival fight of this game. Professor Out, please disturb us. Don't disturb us. I started spamming tackle against Bulbasaur. He first used Growl and then he also started spamming tackle and also threats. Tackle was not doing much, but I don't have other choice. We finally killed his Bulbasaur with a critical tackle. After defeating our rival, it was time to go to Viridian City, Pokemon Center, to heal my Pokemon and then receive the parcel. After receiving the parcel, I gave it to Professor Oak. After receiving it, our rival Gary came there. Professor Oak gave both of us the Pokédex. After receiving the Pokédex, we also received 5 Pokeballs, which means we can finally catch a Pokemon. After listening to his useless lecture, we went to Viridian City, and on Route 2, here comes our first encounter, a Mankey, which I caught successfully and very easily, and decided to nickname it Madman. Not only Madman has high attack, even though he has low speed, but he can come in very handy against Brock. After catching it, I went to Viridian Forest, but before that, an old man tells me how to catch Pokemon. After defeating the trainers in the Viridian Forest, I decided that we should train our Pokemon to at least level 14, since it is also the level cap of this game. After doing some training in the grass, it was finally time that we should take over Brock in the pewter gym. Brock is a rock type Pokemon trainer and he is specialized in defense, so I have to use only special attacking moves. Rod starts with a Geodude and I led with Subscribe Bubble to one-shot him. Next and last was his Onix, which used the bind on us but went down to a critical hit water run. First badge. Now the level cap is also increased so that some of our Pokemon can also evolve. After defeating the Brock and winning our first badge, We went to the next route where we can train our Pokemon, and while battling a bug catcher, our Squirtle evolved into a War Turtle. After my War Turtle was evolved, it was time that we should catch more Pokemon. We caught a Sparrow, then nicknamed it Flying Bird. We nicknamed it Flying Bird so that we can use it for fly, and we need flying type Pokemons for this run. Flying Bird can also be very useful against Bruno, who is a fighting type specialist Elite 4. After catching and nicknaming the Sparrow, we went to the Pokemon Center near Mount Moon and received, or I should say that we bought a Magikarp for just $540. Thinking about its nickname, we decided to nickname it Ragefish since it is a very angry Pokemon. And we already know how powerful and bulky is Gyarados. In Mount Moon, I caught a Geodude. We decided to name it Rocky. Rocky has a high defense which can be useful for the starting gym. After defeating the nerd, we decided to pick up the Helix fossil. I love Kabuto more than Kabutops, so I will not evolve it. While training in Misty's gym, a Sparrow also evolved into Pharaoh, which is nice. Also, our Magikarp evolved into Gyarados, and now it's time to face Misty. By starting with my flying bird, Fury attack with hit only twice, and Water Pulse did one fourth. So now pet with easy trio her Staryu. Now her Starmie comes out, and I had to switch to Ragefish. Her Water Pulse didn't do much, but she confused our Ragefish. I wanted to hit Bite. She hit us with Swift, and we hit ourselves with Confusion. Our next Bite connects, but didn't do much. After this fight, I will remove Bite from our moves if I could get some time. One of our Water Pulse also crits and brings us to just 10 HP, so I had to switch again, this time to Subscribe. Her Swift didn't do much, but her Water Pulse confuses us. What is happening here, man? But Water Turtle hits Bite for a win. After that, we defeated our rival, get us the Fame Chatter, then all the trainers on the Nugget Bridge, also the Rocket Gun which gives us the Nugget, saved Will. I don't know how turn into a Clefairy. Also, while turning this experiment, where is the Clefairy now? I only see Bill. In return of our help, he gives us DSS and ticket, which is useful. We also draft TM for dead and then caught a drowsy in Vermilion City dress patch. We decided to nickname it Nightmare, a good sighted type Pokemon that evolves before level 30 and call be bulky. After training some, it was the time to face against our rival. Since our rivals start with a Pidgeotto, which is not much powerful. I should use Geodude or simply Rocky. In SSNE, I face against my rival Jerry. He starts with his Pidgeotto and I went in Rocky. He uses sorry, he uses Quick Attack for 2 damage and then knock him out with Rot Throw. Next was his starter Ivysaur. So I send in Flying Bird. He takes Vine Whip easily and then 2-shot the Ivysaur, but he also poisons us with Poison Powder. Down with Ivysaur. Next was his Raticate. So I decided to go to Madman. Karate Chop will one-shot his Raticate. Sorry my friend, but you need training. Last was Kadabra, a psychic type which can easily take care of Madman, so I draw in Rage Fish. He used Confusion, and in next turn we miss our bite because of Trinesis. He then disables our bite, but finally we could two-shot his Kadabra with Water Pulse. Sorry my friend, but you are a piece of trash. After getting stratagem from the captain, we got an audition and nicknamed it Cutter. We will not use it in our run, but we will only use it to use the stratagem, since none of our Pokemon can learn Cut. After solving the puzzle, it was time to face Surge. He starts off with a Voltorb, so I went in Rocky. He used Sonic Boom, Magnitude 7 to one-shot Voltorb. His Pikachu used Double Team, but went down to a single Magnitude 6. His Raichu, who loves to spam Double Team, used Double Team and we miss our Magnitude 9. But our next Magnitude 7 hit hard to KO and we easily defeated Surge. I think very easily. Also in this fight, our Geodude grew to level 25, so it will also evolve into Graveler. A pretty good Pokemon, but not useful for the next gyms. After that, we went in Rock Tunnel, cleared the Rock Tunnel, and arrived in Lavender Town. After this, we caught a Drowlet, which can be very useful against Erica. We decided to nickname it Fire Dog. But how can a dog who can't even growl is a dog? Think about it. We then evolved our Fire Dog using a Firestone into Arcanine. Now even more powerful. And now it was finally the time to face against the gym leader. Erica starts with a Victory Bell. Fire Dot easily two-shot Victory Bell with Hammer because she made the stunts for LOL. Her Tangela also went down to a single Ember. I had thought that Arcanine would also easily KO her Vileplume, but he survived Ember and put us to sleep. That's why I don't like grass type Pokemon. Sorry, doctor. He then uses acid and we use fly to KO her and win us the 4 gym badges and still no death. Nice. Next, we face against the Team Rocket Giovanni. He starts with an Onyx subscribe, easily one shot both of his Onyx and his Rhyhorn with Water Run. How cool is subscribe? Last was his Candice turn. He flinched us with Fate Route and then used Tail Whip, but her meta didn't do much damage, and I wanted to save subscribe. So I sent in Madman. He used Bite, and then a Karate Chop brings him to very low health, but his Meta Punch brought Madman to just 19 HP. So I had to send to Fire Rod. He used Tail Whip, and then flinched us with Bite. But our Blood Glasses boosted Bite was not able to KO Candice since he survived on 1 HP. Again a switch. Rage Fish will easily take care of Candice by KOing him with a Dragon Rage. Giovanni goes down. Oh no, that can be. We also received the Self Stroke after that. And then went to Lavender Town Pokemon Tower. We saved Mr. Fuji there. And in return of our help, he gives us the Poke Flute. Now it was time to face our rival in Saffron City. One of the most hardest fights against Gary. He starts as a Pidgeot and started spamming Wind Attack. So I also started spamming Dragon Rage to 3-shot his Pidgeot. Down goes Pidgeot. Gyarados was next, so I did some bit of damage by Dragon Rage and then I had to switch because I want to save my Rage Fish. I switched to my Flying Bird, used Dragon Rage, and then our mirror move also used Dragon Rage. But he's still on some HP and Flying Bird is also. I don't want to sacrifice it. I send in Fire Dog and Dragon Rage brings us to just 68 HP. So I 28 HP after 2. And then Vlad last is boosted by didn't care. What is happening? I send in Subscribe and 2 Dragon Rages bring him to just 15 HP before Medakit to take him out. Next was Venusaur. I switch into my Nightmare. He used Razor Leaf. After that, we missed the Hypnosis and he missed Poison Powder. But a second Hypnosis could fell him to sleep, but it also treated a Razor Leaf on us. After that, Flying Bird was able to hit a pet and then use the fly on him. But still he survived and put Flying Bird to sleep. After that I had to switch to Madman. Razor Leaf brings him low at just 31 HP before Rock Slide could take him out. I knew Elitizam would easily one-shot Madman from now, but I don't have any chance. And I didn't want to sacrifice any of my Pokemon now. So rest in peace, my friend Madman. But despite of my hopes, his Elitizam used Future Swipe twice. So we were able to two-shot him with Rock Slide. I'd hoped that Madman would easily take care of Growlithe, but his intimidate destroyed us. Even though we flinched his rowlet with Rothslide, Madman rolls down to future side. First death of this run. I now send in Fire Dot to take Rowlet. Bite will take care of Rowlet, and we defeated our rival. At next, we face against Giovanni. He starts with Nidorino, and I went in subscribe to use Water Gun twice. First was actually a critical hit, but it still couldn't do much as I thought for subscribe. And he was easily using Fury Attack and Horn Attack to bring subscribe at just 44 HP, and I don't want to lose subscribe when he's on 35 level. So I send in Nightmare hoping that Confusion will easily take care, but he survived, and then Poison Sting would not poison. Down goes Nidorino. He then sent in Nidorino, which is of level 41. I had to switch to Rage Fish, but he used Tail Whip. I don't know how. I then went to Water Pulse, but her body slam crit, and Water Pulse didn't do much. I had to switch again, this time to Fire Nod. But she again went for Tail Whip this time. How is this possible? I went for Dill, and she used Tail Whip. What the heck she is doing? I had hoped that he will use Body Slam, but not hope that he will paralyze. This is not good. But are they threats to take neither queen out? Next was Raihon. I had hoped that we will easily take care of Raihon with did, so I decided not to switch. But he was actually able to outspeed us because of paralysis and hit us with storm, threats, and take fire door out. And a death. From now, subscribe will easily take care of Raihon by one shot him with a water gun and drawing to level 36. Why is not evolving in mid of the match? Last was Candice Khan. He used Fate out on Pharaoh. Since I am switching in, now my mirror move will also use Fate out. And he will flinch too. Now I don't know will Fly would be able to KO him. No, it would not. He hits Mega Punch and brings to just 17 HP. Now I had no chance. But he uses Tail Whip on next attack. Now I can KO him. But no, he survived. Pharaoh is also down. Now I send in my Nightmare. Last hope to save this run. He hits with a Mega Punch. And we survive on 3 HP to take Candice Khan down. My big mistake is that why I don't have Psychic. Still, our War Turtle evolves into Blastoise. Now, this is good. Finally, something to be happy. After that, we defeated the Fighting Dojo to earn us another Pokemon. This time, we will choose Hitmonchan. Never. Only Hitmonlee. We decided to nickname the Hitmonlee as Bruce Lee. Since Bruce Lee is my favorite and Hitmonlee is my favorite fighting type Pokemon, so both are connected. It counted off. We then brought, or I should say that we received anyway, just like Ash Ketchum received some Pokemons. We decided to nickname it Trutty, and we had already decided that Flareon will replace Arcanine in our team. Though Flareon doesn't stand a chance against Arcanine. We then wasted our Master Ball on Snorlax, and then we went in Safari Zone to catch a Scyther and nickname it Trutbird. Finally something to be happy in this run.
बुड़बक बुड़बक। हेलो। कौन बोल रहा है? सब बढ़िया? आपने खाना खा लिया? क्या खाया? पनीर की सब्जी?
Well, how do you like the meme, my brother? Because in this channel you will find videos in both Hindi and English, or I should say English. And in Blaine, I switched to my subscribe, or I started with subscribe. First used rain dance, and then for serve, I was able to outspeed whole Blaine's team and then kill them with single serve. And you all will be thinking about Sabrina's and Koda's fight. Well, that fight, the recording of both fights got corrupted. I am sorry. Actually, we both are sorry. We couldn't do anything. After one shot in Arcanine and winning our 7th gym badge, it was finally time that we should face the last gym leader, Giovanni. I don't know how he became a gym leader, but he starts with a Rhyhorn and Gyarados easily one shots both of his Rhyhorn with Surf. How poor are these Rhyhorns getting one shot with Surf? And Giovanni even sends his second Rhyhorn against Gyarados to get one shot. Wiped out. The trio was able to outspeed us and hit with Slash, but couldn't do much and then went down.
हाँ।
Nidoqueen surprisingly survived a surf on 1 HP and then hit Body Slam.
क्या कह रहा है? अभी नहीं जाऊंगा।
He then uses a Hyper Potion, and because of Bite, we got poisoned. We then one shot Nidoqueen with Surf. Since Rage Fish was getting tired and Nidoqueen could actually survive one surf, so I decided to draw in my subscribe, who survived a trash like a champ and then kill his Nidoqueen with a surf. Badge number 8. Yes, finally. How can you say that this is an intense fight? We also got the team for Earthquake. After a bit of thinking, we decided to bring in Aerodactyl in place of Tutty. Since Tutty didn't have very good attacks, we grinded a bit for some EV training. And now it was time to face our rival Gary one last time before championship fight. Rival Light always starts with his weak Pidgeot, and I went in Aero. Two shot the Pidgeot retention power before he wasted his turn using Feather Dance. I'm using special attack, what are you doing? He then sent in Gyarados, so I sent in my own Rage Fish. I also set up a Dragon Dance against him since he went for Rain Dance and then started spamming Leers. Are you okay? After getting boost, I two shot his Gyarados with strength. I should have already used my Gyarados more. Rhyhorn was a one shot with Surf against his Drowlet. I set up another Dragon Dance. Since he went for agility, or I should say that he wasted his turn. Since my Gyarados could still outspeed him and hit him with Surf for a crit hit. He then sent in Alakazam, who started using Trial Mind, and then he hit us with a Psychic that could not do even half after using the Trial Mind, and now we can take him out. Now last Pokemon was Venusaur, and I decided that I should not stay in here since strength was not doing much. So I sent in Tutbird and he uses Synthesis. So I easily two-shot his Venusaur, win the fight, and he still couldn't do a single damage to my Tutbird. I don't know how he became the champion of this game. After crossing the victory road, we face against the Lorelei. She starts with her Duron and I went to Night to set up trial mines. I didn't set up one or two trial mines. I set up Matt 6 trial mines to get Matt's special attack and defense. Since his Ice Beam and Surf weren't doing much, his only move that could do much was Hail. Since it damages every turn for 5 times. For 5 turns, I should say. We easily took care of her Dewdron since it survived one time. Actually, it was my strategy so that she could waste her full restore and I could spam Trial Mind. I now totally have 6 Trial Minds.
Cold drink.
Here is the final Trial Mind. Now I can easily one-shot all of his team members except 2. Cited to one-shot the Duron. Cited to one-shot the Lapras critical hit because of
हारेगा तो नहीं बस का नहीं क्रिटिकल पड़ गया.
Now I am finally happy. His Cloyster survived the sighted because of protect but then went down easily with a single sighted. I put Slowbro to sleep and luckily Hypnosis didn't miss this time. And then easily two-shot her Slowbro with sighted. I had never seen this much easy Lorelei fight before. Her last Pokemon was Jinx. I went into sight, but she used the trap and I couldn't hit her 3 times. There's nothing in it. At least hit one. Nightmare. Be the player of the actually Pokemon of the match. What is happening? Finally, we hit him with sighted, but her ice punch freezes Nightmare, and I didn't want to risk my Nightmare. I had to switch to Rage Fish, and luckily, no freeze this time. She makes a lovely kiss, and now she would heal her Pokemon, and we could easily take care of her James with a critical bite and then with Surfs. Down goes Lola. Lol. Now, this was a very crucial time since I had to make strategy. Since the next Elite Four is a Nuzlocke killer for me. I should have started with Gyarados, but I sent in Arrow, who survived Rot Tom easily and still outspeed Donitz to two-shot him with Earthquake. Nice start. And then he would send out his Hitmonchan. I had hoped that he will send out his Onix. Wind attack will bring him low. At least he could have not hit this Rock Tom. This is not bro. I had to switch to Rage Fish, but he heals. I set up some dragon dances against his Hitmonchan, hoping that Rot Tom will only level speed. But I not have want him. That his Rot Tom would crit. And we survive on just 43 HP. Now I have to use strength. Strength hits very hard. But how he is surviving on 1 HP? By misclicking, I went for strength and he took out my rage fish. And rage fish goes down. Oh no. I then sent inside her wind attack to finally kill Hitmonchan. He sent in Machamp hoping that he will use Rock Tomb. I switched to Substripe, but he used Bulk Up. Actually, in this turn, I should have used Skull Bash, but I used Rain Dance, hoping that he will go for Bulk Up. But he used Rock Tomb to lower our speed and then using Cross Chop to KO in our Substripe. At least for subscribe, try to subscribe this channel. This is good. Hypno does good damage and he uses Ball Top before his citrus berry would bring him away from a KO rage. Why my Pokemon couldn't endure at 1 HP? He used Cherry Fresh and then miss his cross chop. But I am also out of psychics. Against Hitmonlee, I send in Turtle. I actually decided, but I went for 2 hypnosis, missed both of अब मैं चांस नहीं लूंगा. Now I had no chance. Go Tutford. He took Meta Kit easily and then one shot Hitmonlee with a wind attack. Nice. Last was on it, and I had to switch again. I had hoped he will use a rock type attack, but he used double edge. I then went for 2 brick breaks to finally defeat Bruno and took my revenge for my water type Pokemon. पर 4 Pokemon से 3 trainers को हराना. कौन दवाएगा? Now, the next Elite Four is Edita. She starts with a Gengar. And I use Nightmare. Biggest mistake. I went for Trial Mine, hoping that he will use Double Team, but he used Shadow Punch. On next turn, I use Sighted, but before that, she poisons us. And before I could take him out, actually her out. What I am doing, I don't know. Against Golbat, I use Sighted, survive air cutter, and in one shot, her too. Next was Arbot, and I had to switch this time. I decided to switch to Tutbird, but her Arbot used Sludge Bomb. I decided to go to Slash, but nothing damage.
Wing attack
At
कहाँ
last
से?
I used wind attack, but wind attack does more damage than slash would have done.
एरोडैक्टिल को भेजो भैया, सिर्फ 3 पोकेमोन बचाई
I
हैं.
then send in Aerodactyl. Why I didn't go for wind attack, I don't know. Next was Hunter. Why I don't get any stat boost
इसका पहले ही
from
टर्न में लग
ancient
जाता है.
power, and why I am sleeping now. He went for 2 Dream
Dream
Eaters
Eater भी कर लिया.
and then missed the third.
यहीं पे रन समाप्त कर देंगे.
क्या?
I thought that this
क्या
run was over,
यहीं पे
but
रन
Arrow woke
समाप्त
up
कर
and
देंगे
hit
लगता है.
Hunter with an ancient power and then avoid the Dream Eater. Then 2 shot the Hunter with ancient power. What no boost.
अगर बूस्ट मिल जाए तो कुछ काम बन सकता है, लेकिन मिलेगा नहीं. जी
Last
सकते
was a race
Jane Jar के
January.
सामने मैं
I
Aerodactyl
went to
sacrifice नहीं
Nightmare,
नाइटमेयर को
but I
क्यों
don't
भेजा?
know why.
करूँगा. अब वही है चारा.
सिर्फ
She
2
used
पोकेमोन
Sludge
से
Bomb
कैसे हम लोग
to
भाई आ
take
गए?
Nightmare
अभी तो
down.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ रन यहीं पे खत्म कर देगा. रेड लेना
My
लॉस
last
अपनी
hope is
ताकत
Bruce
दिखाएंगे.
Lee. By using Rot Tom, I
वैसे
can
देख
lower
सकते
her
हैं कि
speed since she
अगर
missed
उसका मिस
Hypnosis.
करते
I
इतने से
lowered
लेवल
her
से तो
speed,
नहीं
then I
जीतेंगे.
missed
और
Rot
मिस
Tom
हो
and
रहा
she
तो
missed
बिल्कुल.
Hypnosis. My
हैं,
next
तो मिस
Rot
हो
Tom
गया.
commits
वो तो है इतना ही है.
and she put Bruce Lee to
वापस
sleep.
बुला लो, वो ड्रीम ईटर कर सकता क्या? शायद
Predicting that she
शायद
will use Nightmare, I
यस
switched to Arrow,
नाइटमेयर.
then use Night,
क्या ये
actually
वन हिट
Ancient
होगा?
Power.
जी नहीं.
But Jane
कैसे
was
हो
survived.
सकता है.
How is this possible?
एक पोकेमोन से हम लोग के आगे पहुंच सकते हैं, लेकिन वो भी स्लीप
Now I send in Bruce Lee. Her
ओके,
citrus
सिट्रस
berry
बेरी.
Now
heals
initially ending our run.
my Bruce Lee still sleeping and then went down to Sludge Bomb and Shadow. Meaning that our run has been ended. I had hoped that you all will enjoy this video. This is my first video. Thanks for watching.